Hello, everyone. It's Birdie here, the recycled hippie chick. Let me get my chair over here. Sorry, Cooper, I didn't mean to startle you. Welcome to Flip Through Friday. I haven't done a flip through in a while. I've got so much stuff on my desk that tomorrow something has to happen. Christmas stuff has to go out. So I wanted to do a flip through of last year's Christmas journal. So I can put it up. I started it in 2022, ended it in 2023, and now I've already shown you my 2024 one for next year when I get started again. So here we go. Flip through Friday. I just took a bunch of my scraps, my Christmas scraps, and sewed them together. This is an old tablecloth on the back. I just sewed a bunch of scraps on the top to tie this big mama up when I'm done with her. She is quite alligatory, and I put too many pages in there. I put 3 signatures of 7 pages each, which makes what, like 84 workable surfaces. So yeah, it was too much, but it's just chocked full of beautiful, in Birdie's eyes, vintage, old, scrappy things that would end up thrown away, and I get to save them and put them in my book. So here we go. Cover was made out of a cereal box. Open it up. We've got greeting cards in here. I've made pockets, all kinds of vintage greeting cards. I just adore these. I mean, let's compare here, okay? Vintage, newfangled. I mean, come on. They have the capability of doing things this beautiful, and they don't. So I don't understand it. Anyway, I will write on these. I will write in here. I have started already journaling in here before I put it up. This is just like a little magazine. This is out of a book. You know how books have the shiny, glossy images that you can't hardly do anything with? Well, they're just perfect to make like these little envelopes to stick tags in with a place to write on. So that'll be there to journal with. Just some, scrappy background paper. This is an old vintage hanky. You know how I am with my hankies. Isn't that precious? I couldn't tear it up and use it, so I just folded it up to be admired. Another old vintage Christmas card. This was the inside of one, and I love them. I don't even know what else to say. I just love them. I love the images. This is one of those old recipe books, that had the old... They're just precious. So I've got one of those tucked away in there. This is an image that I found on the computer, testing out my new printer, and I don't like it. I don't like printing stuff off. I just don't. Not as pretty as the real deal. This was an image in a magazine, and I just love that old ticking material. Remember when the pillows were made out of that ticking? Oh, I just love it. So I put it in there. This is a pocket here that's got some cute little tags in it. Just magazine images. Place to write. An old, it's not a bingo, it's called Quizmo card. So I thought that was cute. I'm sure somebody's heard of that game. Old laces in here, that you're going to pitch. I just love, love, love them. Love them, love them. Newfangled card, but still has a cute scene. Image out of a magazine. Just Christmassy stuff. stuff that I like, that I see in a magazine. I rip it out to make something out of it later. Got a tag in that pocket. It's coffee dyed. Just things that, you know, remind you of your childhood. I mean, remember when we were kids? I think I wrote on this. I said, the picture of Santa in the window. Where's the picture of Santa? Right here. I wrote, the picture of Santa in the window reminds me of Christmas at the Wagey farmhouse in Plainville, Illinois. At the landing of our stairs was a window. I remember sitting at that window when I was at least 5, because I was in kindergarten, first and second grade there. At looking at the shapes in the window of the frost. And it was, you know how, have you ever really looked at a frosty window, how sometimes it looks like little beautiful shapes in the frost, like starbursts and stuff like that? I believed in Jack Frost and truly thought that he and his pixies had created that frost art on the window. I remember sticking my finger in it and running it through the frost and eating it. So that's just a memory that I wrote down for my kids to run across one day, and that's what that image reminded me of. And then this one reminded me of coming down the next morning to see what Santa left, because it was a surprise. Everything was left out, you know. Loved it. This is an old cowboy. You know, I grew up on a farm with horses. And this is, I liked this poem. I'm not going to read it to you, but I did write on this one. One year at Christmas, it snowed. Dad hitched up Skeeter, our big white horse, with the harness and hooked up a rope to pull me on skis in the snow, and also a large scoop shovel. I sat on it and got pulled in the snow. I believe I was about 7 that year. You know, the big wide scoop shovels that you use to really scoop out grain from the grain bin. I would sit in, they're made of aluminum, and I would sit in that and he would pull me behind Skeeter. Just memories that I wanted to write down for my kids to find. This was an old book page that I just drew a picture of a poinsettia on back in 2016 and watercolored it and stuck that on there. This is a belly band with Santa Claus is Coming to Town sheet music, and I just thought it was too precious to tear up or anything, so I just folded it up and stuck it in the belly band to look at. And you know that saying, when a cardinal is near, a loved one. When a cardinal is here, a loved one is near. I've got to tell you a story about this cardinal. Matter of fact, I should write down his name on here. This is Owen. This is Owen. Okay. I have a dear friend. Her name's Kay. I call her KK. She was one of my gardening customers when I was a gardener, and we have continued to stay good friends since I've quit. And I go over and have coffee with her, and we just sit and giggle like teenagers and tell each other our sorrows and giggle at our funny stories, and we just have a blast together when we have coffee. And she has a red bird that comes to her. She has the cutest little, I don't know, if I guess you would call it a sunroom, right, Kay? If you're watching, hi, Kay. Hi, KK. I would call it a sunroom. It's a little dinette, but it's a sunroom that overlooks her beautiful backyard. And this red bird comes up to her window. She's got those 6-pane windows. It's just, her house is in a very old, mature, wonderful area of our city called College Hill, and it's just got those old, mature, beautiful homes that have been there forever. And actually, it's her one of her childhood homes, and she now lives there now that her parents have passed. Well, there's a red bird that comes up to this window in her little sunroom dinette. No, it's not a sunroom. I'm going to call it a dinette because she does have a sunroom in the other part of the house. This bird comes up to the window and grabs on to one of the 6 panes and taps on the window like, hello, I'm here. And she talks to it, hello, Redbird, we're here. How are you? I have called it Owen, her dad. Her dad's name was Owen, and I'm not kidding you. I call that Redbird Owen because Owen loved that home. He loved sitting out on the sunroom in his chair looking out over his. He watched me garden when I gardened for him before Kay lived there. And he would watch out over his yard. And I'm not kidding you. It's like Owen has come back. And when we are in there having coffee, he taps on that window. Now, I'm not just saying this year. Owen has been coming to that window for several years now. So we know this redbird has made it through hot summers, cold winters, snow, hail, sleet, tornado threats. And he comes back to that window year after year and taps on it. And I just love it. So yeah, this little redbird reminds me of Owen, and I put his name on there. What does this one say? Something I can remember? Yeah. Or that I can read. I remember as a child going to my Granny and Grandpa Charlie Bill's house during the holidays and seeing lights in people's windowsills and that looked like candles. Remember when they used to have those little electric lights that looked like candles? And those were always my favorite. When we would drive through, coming in from the country, driving through the little town to go to Granny and Grandpa's, we would see these little bases with these little electric lights that look like candles in the windows. Those were my favorite. I loved those as a kid. So I just wanted to put that little memory down. I just made this just a little collage page of pretty pictures that I liked in a magazine. This is the hearth of a fireplace. This is a hearth of a fireplace with the stockings hanging and guitar and another belly band over here. Joy to the world. Some of my favorite Christmas gifts as a child I wrote on here. A maxi coat, go-go boots, complete set of World Book encyclopedias with the wooden stand and the Childcraft set. Ribbon candy. Remember the bowls of ribbon candy that used to sit out on your granny's candy dish? I got a mini bike, a 50cc Honda mini bike, a Big Jim in his camper. Now remember, these are not all one Christmas, okay? These are throughout my childhood that I remember. A G.I. Joe doll, a Skipper and the Plane, Olivia Newton-John album, a pair of coveralls, mud boots, and a Bubba Bear stuffed animal. Those are just some things that I got that I remember, and I wanted to write those down. I love these little gift tags. They were so cute. This is just a little image out of a magazine that I made a little tuck spot out of. I love these old ornaments. That's what's on my tree. I love these little bottle brush trees. Christmas cookies. An old card that I just glued on and made a tag out of. Another cute vintage card. Remember when they used to do them out of foil? Cute little magazine image. Some tags. These are just book pages that I folded and made pockets out of. A cute seashore Christmas tree. Another one of those cute little tags. A foil sticker. An old, what would you call this? An advertisement. Just fun things to look at. You know, I've told you guys 100 times, when I go in the nursing home, these better go with me. So I have these books to look at. Just because they've got everything in them that I know I love or have loved in my past. And so I know And no matter what state my mind is, this will bring me joy. I have all these tags that I've collected. Both sides. I just glued them on there. I just wanted to display them. Cute little image. I thought of Christina's shack when I saw this image. She picks out cute little images like that in the magazine when she does her wonderful collaging. Time to relax. Birdies in a tree. You know I love my birdies. This was just an adorable image from a kid's book, and I just didn't have the heart to cover it up. Happy holidays. And she gave birth to her firstborn son and wrapped him in swaddling clothes and laid him in a manger, because there was no place for them in the inn. For unto you a child is born this day in the city of David, a Savior, who is Christ the Lord. I always have a dream of having my own Volkswagen bus to go get coffee in, to drive down to Riverside Park and just park it near my Gilmore geese and do art in it and watch my geese. Just a cute image out of a magazine. Some more of those little tags I just tucked in this little pocket. This is kind of retro, isn't it? Isn't that cute? Just love the farm scene. I love this little gift tag. I grew up as a country girl. I remember standing out at our long driveway at the road waiting for the school bus in the morning. I always wore handy-andy gloves to do the chores in before school, and I remember hand muffs like this one on the next page that I had wore waiting for the bus. Remember those hand muffs? They were furry and you'd stick your hands in them to keep them warm. Vintage card. Another little girl with her hand muffs on. The bird on the front of this tag is one of my favorite birds, called the Jenny Wren. I love how tiny they are. I also love the barn swallows. The acrobatic maneuvers they perform in the sky is incredible. What a joy it was as a child to get the mail and see your name included in the address for Christmas cards. I got to open them and tape them up on the door frame. It was so exciting to see if I could cover the whole door frame with cards before Christmas arrived. Small things excite me. Isn't that cute? I thought this little, whatever this is called, dream catcher, was cute, hanging in the bough of a Christmas tree. Another little country home. A little booklet I made out of scraps to stick in the belly band. In 1971, I was 8 years old. Oh, I wrote it again. My best Christmas ever. I got a Honda 50cc mini bike and a pair of new coveralls. We lived in Liberty, Illinois. Listen, when you're a farm girl and you're out doing chores all the time and cleaning stalls out, you love it when you get coveralls or mud boots for Christmas. It was a big deal. Uh-oh. Empty pages. What to do? I know what we do with this one. We tear it out because I don't have room for anything else. Another cute image. Okay. We used to have a cookie exchange at the church. However many cookies you brought is how many cookies you took home. It was so much fun. We would sit them out on a table, and you'd hold your empty tray, and they would start playing music, and you would walk around the cookie table, picking up different varieties of cookies until you had, if you brought 4 dozen, then you picked up 4 dozen, a variety of other people's cookies. I loved the butterscotch clusters made with Chinese noodles and peanuts. I loved that when I was a child. My granny Rubydale chicken made the... Rubydale chicken. My granny Rubydale, made the best fudge and divinity. We always left cookies on a plate for Santa to snack on. I absolutely love making and eating holiday cookies. I took KK some Christmas cutout cookies today for her and her family to enjoy. Another book that I'll be able to write in. Just different pages. I don't know what happened here. A little Santa gnome, but he didn't get sewn in, so I don't know what happened there. But anyway, it's just tucked in here in this cute little Christmas bag. I thought this last page was just a dream shed. Wouldn't this be the wonderful she shed here? Whoops. Wouldn't that be a great little she shed? Anyway, that is my Christmas book. That is my Flip Through Friday. So, I'm going to link below Janet Nash, and I'm going to link below Christina's Shack. They both participate on Flip Through Fridays, and I think if you just type in hashtag Flip Through Friday in your search bar for YouTube, it'll pull up anybody who has done a flip through of their art journals. So that is that. Yeah, I think that's all I've got. I wanted to show you my box I made. I don't know how many of you watch Janet Nash. I'm sure you all do. But you know she has her own little ransom letters box that she made out of a flat. I had to make me one because, WWJD, what would Janet do? It's got these little cubbies that I just made out of scraps and Mod Podged in. And as you cut out your letters, like... let's just do this. So as you're sitting watching TV, and of course nothing is straight, that would be too easy, wouldn't it? Jeez, I'm not even sure I'm going to be able to get my fingers in it. You just put them in the appropriate box as you snip them off. L, A, B, C, D, E, P, Q, R. And you just put your letters in there. And then when you want to group, when you want to put your own little phrase or something in your book and you want to make it out of ransom letters, well, you've got them right here. So I thought that was brilliant. So I've just got done making mine. It's a lot of waiting for glue to dry. It's a lot of layers because, you want it kind of sturdy. And it was fun to make. Also, what I did with Janet Nash is on New Year's Day during the hop, she got her next magazine journal ready. When she does a live on Monday mornings, she gives prompts. And she puts them in a magazine journal. So I built me a magazine journal. This is a very large magazine. I tore out the pages that I didn't want. I glued 2 pages together. And every one of these is 2 pages glued together. And I just prepared it with her on the New Year's flop, okay? I got it all glued together. And then when I watch her on Mondays live, I will do the prompts with her this year. Like the first prompts that she had, I thought this was kind of cool. This magazine had a fold out. So that's going to be fun. Her first prompts were, and I wrote them, I'm going to write the prompts down each week. Smoosh paint was the first one. So I went ahead and just smooshed paint on both pages. Add string and jewels. So I put a lady on here that has jewels on. And I did a little, gathered some painty paper up here with my sewing machine, and it has strings hanging off of it. So those are my first 3 pumps. Now, what I'm going to do with this is, this page is not done to me. As I see pictures in a magazine that I think would look good, I'll glue them on here, or maybe next week I will add to it with her other prompts. Who knows? It's just totally whatever you want to do, and nobody's going to see it but me, because, you know, it's a junk journal. And they're private if you want them to be. And if you want to be messy and act like a 3rd grader and glue magazine pages, then we should have the freedom to do that, by golly. So there's my magazine journal. And I also thought, I don't know why, but I am drawn to beautiful food and magazines. I don't know why I keep cutting these out and I never do anything with the food. So I think I'm going to make me another magazine journal of just pretty food pictures. I'm going to cut this out or collage over or whatever. And isn't that beautiful? And I'm going to make a magazine journal of pretty food. Why? Because I want to. So anyway, that's what's going on in my neck of the woods. Oh, where is my book? Just a minute. Just a minute. Let me find my book. Okay, remember I did the giveaway, and we had 3 winners. Well, only 1 of you have gotten a hold of me. So, let's see who they were again. I need for you to get a hold of me so I can get your journals out to you. Margaret Pinsent, you are a winner. I need for you to get a hold of me. And Christine Schiaffo. Julianne already got a hold of me, and her book has been mailed out. And I'm waiting for these 2 other people. You can either message me on Instagram, you can messenger me on Facebook, or I'm going to put my email address down in the description in the basement, and you can go there and get my email address and email me and let me know what your address is so that I can get your book sent out to you. Okay? Something else I wanted to tell you. Me and Miss Moss are going to do a Pinterest play. It's going to be a hashtag Pinterest play. And I'm going to do an introduction video, but I want you to be watching for that. It's going to be hashtag Pinterest play, and she and I are going to take different things that we've got posted on our Pinterest, and we're going to make them. Like, you know, if she found some tags that she really likes on her Pinterest, she's going to make it on a video, and vice versa. We're just going to go back and forth. I'll give more information on that, but be watching for that. It's going to be fun. We're excited to do it. And also, I wanted to tell you something. Hot glue trick. Lynn, at A Bit of Birdsong, this is for you. I saw you hot gluing in one of your art journals, and you were pulling the strings off. Do you know the hot glue string trick? That when you have all those strings left over on your project, if you'll just take your heat gun, and go over those strings, they just melt and disappear. I had a florist tell me about that they would hot glue different floral things in their arrangements, and when they got done, it was a mess with the hot glue, and they would just go over it with their heat gun, and they would disappear. So I wanted to share that with you. The birdie's tip of the day. How about that? So, yeah, Lynn, that's for you. I just love watching Lynn. If you guys don't see her on A Bit of Birdsong, you better jump over there and join in, because she is F-U-N, does things just like I do. She's my kindred spirit with junk and stuff she has just all around, and I love watching her. Anyway, I am going to go and piddle for a little bit, maybe clean up my table here a little bit. I want to wish all of you a very happy new year. My 2 winners, please get a hold of me. And I'm going to leave a little clip at the end of I think it's pretty, my snow day I had today in my backyard. It was so pretty. I went out there to do the chores before it was quite all the way daylight. and it was just absolutely beautiful. So I came back in, I plugged my garden lights in, came back in and got my phone and took a little video for you. So enjoy that at the end. Bye-bye from Birdie. Okay, I went out to do the chores. Come on, let's go feed a squirrel. And it's just too beautiful out not to take you with me. So I came back in to get my phone, and I want to show you what we woke up to this morning. How do I get you zoomed out? Oh my gosh. Cannot zoom in. Okay. Have a great day, everyone.